some boom, baby, boom, rise and shine. I got him. He's like, what's going on? I got them. They're like, what's going on? And I got me super frustrated this morning. Morning motivation, not so motivational. I lost my shit. I should have been making love to my girl. Instead, I got frustrated over stupid shit. I'm losing my fragile little mind. Please don't take my weed. I'm about to roll it. I got you. Yeah, then roll sit, please. And now poor girl's had headache all night, and I've had no sleep, and I'm gonna be super transparent and human with people. I get frustrated too. I always notice this, and I'm gonna teach her this right here, right now. Halt. Halt. The halt system. If you are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, you have to stop yourself. Because that's the time where we take it out on our loved ones. That's the time when we're most frustrated. And if you look back in your life and you look at yourself and you be like, fuck, I was hungry. Oh, I was tired. We don't really identify it with ourselves because loud ass bikes come by with small penises, and I'm so frustrated this morning. I busted off the handle off bathroom. Yeah, like frustrated. Like we were supposed to be making love and we stopped, like frustrated. Like there's no handle, bro. I pushed it. The towel was there and it went ping right off. That kind of frustrated. So I'm beyond frustrated. I'm beyond myself. There's some stuff that I'm doing to myself, and then be some stuff that happen in relationships, and then there are things that I can't control, like, you know, someone else's pain in their body, but then it affects me, and then I don't have any empathy. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm not the one for empathy. I'm always the one that's like, you got to tough it out, man. Get back on the, rub mud on it and get back in the game and go shoot a shot. I'm like a crazy coach, you know? Yeah, coach, I broke my leg. It's okay. Go back in, you know? And maybe that's from my father. My father was a big no excuse kind of guy, can or won't. Even if you were sick or tired, he didn't give a shit. More of a drill sergeant, you know? And that makes me tough, but that makes me incapable of love. And this morning I was very capable of love. I kissed on her, I hugged her, I made sure she was all right, gave her a teddy bear, kissed her on her cheek. Hell, we almost made love. And then frustration. And that's when I always lose. Every time. Frustrated. Caught it and he ran off. This is the kind of frustrated I'm talking about. I threw the pillow across the room. Like everything wanted to be underneath her. The blanket, the headphones, the pillow. I was just like, is nothing going right my way? And then I felt, let me de-escalate. Let me breathe through my nose. Let me unlock my jaw. Let my tongue come from the roof of my mouth, right? And if you guys are all watching, don't forget to subscribe. Look, we got 20 people watching live. Samuki, thanks, bro. We're almost to 2,000 subscribes, but this morning is super frustrating, bro. I'm beside myself, and then I realized I didn't get that much sleep. And because if you don't get the proper sleep, now you're not the proper person in the situation, and this is where it all takes place, because that's what we end up fucking up, is when we don't have enough sleep. We're not aware of what we eat and what we do with our lives, and then we become super frustrated and break a handle off of a fucking door. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, have you ever been there where you made it worse? You know what I'm saying? As a human being, like, you make your situation worse. Sure, you're under pain, but if you get out of pain, then you're not in pain anymore. And then sure, you're frustrated, but if you get more frustrated, you're only going to fuck the team up, and then you can't be human, and then you can't breathe, because God forbid that you're not a robot and not perfect either. So like, this was not even laughing about it. I'm trying to laugh about it. I'm like, dude, I'm not perfect either. I'm not perfect either, bro. I get fucking this way when I don't get proper sleep, and it's so important to me that I drive it home, because I do get my 8 hours of sleep. I sleep like a fucking rock, but if I don't, now I'm a cunt. Now I'm the one that's like yelling in the middle of sex and breaking off handles off of the door, and I'm calling myself out on this shit. I'm beyond frustrated, beyond the frustration of losing $1,000, her talking to my enemy, and then at least we kind of tried to make up about it yesterday, and then last night it was up till what, 6 a.m. Was it 5, 4? It was all night, dude. It was all night, bro. Like I can't sleep without her in my bed. That's beyond frustrating. Like, I need her to sleep next to me. Hey, I'm from India. Thanks, Bloom. Thanks for fucking chucking in. And it's just frustration. It's part of the human experience. It's not supposed to be paved with gold and super easy. It's supposed to be something that you earn and you yearn for, and then when you got it, you work for it. You know what I mean? It's not something that just falls from the sky and then it's like, hey, I'm perfect. I'm the perfect woman for you. Never, ever. Miss America isn't coming around knocking on the door offering free blowjobs. There is no perfect humans. There are no perfect timing. There's no perfect situations. That's all a lie. That's all fucking people that have a movie theater and have a director and can say cut and make them redo their lines. Life doesn't let you redo your lines. Oh, she's smiling now. Life doesn't get me to go like, hey, now my dicks were hard and we could have fucked instead of argued this morning. It doesn't work that way. Cut. Roll the clip. Can you open your legs again? And action. My action was like, ping! I literally broke the thing off the door. I've been here 30 days and the thing just went, ping! 4 screws. Ping! Talk about beyond frustrated. And she's like, I'm cold. And I'm like, look at my face. I'm like, it's almost 90 degrees out. We're in the middle of the summer of Thailand. You're cold. It's true. She feels the way she feels. And I feel the way I feel. And frustration is a normal reaction in the human experience. And here I am, waking up frustrated, smelling fucking sewer. I can't tell if it's coming from the bathroom or from the kitchen. I hope it's not the kitchen. I hope it's not the kitchen. And then I gotta dig deep and apologize. Thanks, bro. I appreciate the subscribe. How you say it? Rooty Roo? I appreciate you, bro. But life is a fucking trip, man. You can get all the cards you want and then still complain. You could be completely happy and still find a way to go insane. You can do all sorts of things, and then life will take place. And life doesn't care if you're gonna stay asleep, if you got homework the next day, if you got a partner that loves you. It doesn't give a shit about any of that. Matter of fact, it's not its job to care. It's your job to care. Your temper, you get frustrated, or patience. Anytime you lose those things, guess what, bro? It's back on it. Smoke. We got smoke together. This is the couple that smokes together stays together. Am I lying? It's not sex isn't our problem. We kind of fight over weed a little bit, like pass that shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then, or we might fight before a coffee. That could go down. I've been stabbed over coffee, y'all. I've been stabbed. He ain't even listening to me. But I didn't get stabbed, but I almost got stabbed. Kind of, right? With the eyes. I got stabbed with the eyes. And I de-escalated. Didn't I, babe? I de-escalated. So, okay, now I'm going to lower my voice. I'm going to stop cursing. And she liked it. Did you appreciate that? Did you appreciate that? Me not putting it all on your shoulder and saying it's all your fault, you got headaches. There's something wrong with me, bro. Like I never had a migraine in my life. When my ex Michelle would get migraines, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? Why are we stopping the fun? Why are we not making love? What's wrong? Now she has to look it up.
What I have.
Algae.
Algae. My English.
I thought you meant algae in the water. So I think it's psychosomatic. She gets headaches because her mom stresses her out. I stress her out. She creates her own stress. It's all true. And then you got to live with it. And I don't have pains like that. I like eliminate pains. I just go after it. I'm just like, let's just fix the topic. Build the bridge, get over it. That's how I am as a person. But not everybody's built the same. Not everybody is hyper-focused, you know? Not everybody is as sober. And trust me, when I'm not sober, patience goes out the window, my filter goes out the window, and I start getting aggressive.
Cluster rash.
What is it called? Algae vascular de la face. Translate cluster headache. It is a cluster headache. Oh, in English, a rare severe type of primary headache characterized by intense, one-sided, often nocturnal pain, night pain, frequently accompanied by autonomic symptoms like eye watering and stuffy nose and same side. Alternative name symptoms. That's Horton's headache. Distinct migraine. It's a migraine. It's a type of migraine. It's a cluster headache. So what do when I've never felt this pain in my life? She could fucking snap her femur right here, right now, break her leg, and I won't feel an ounce of it. I wouldn't feel it for a second. We don't get to feel. She prefers to break a leg.
Yes.
I think she's serious, bro. I think she's serious. It would save our relationship. Break a leg, kid. She took all the medicine last night. I think that's what triggered me. I felt like you were trying to do a suicide run on me or something. You don't know that. I have an ex. She took 8 fucking pills in the airport, and then here I wake up and you snorted them. All I can keep hearing you is going after the plastic, and I'm like, that aluminum that you were popping another pill. You were popping them pretty fast. And I'm like, I don't want you to be in pain.
Stay a long time, maybe 1 week, and after you disappear for 6 months.
So I have to be with you for 6 months? What? Let's give me the look. Yeah, you gotta endure me.
A friend like this with all his face
and then I got frustrated and it doesn't help.
It's just sometimes for me, but
I know, babe. And I got frustrated, dude. I'm no problem being a human and saying, I am not perfect. I'll be the first one to be. Well, I'm not a road rage person. I never understood road rage. I'm just like always like smoking and cruising. I don't give a fuck because that doesn't make sense. But frustration is real. Who hasn't slapped their computer? Who hasn't thrown a phone? Who hasn't done that before? Exactly. She gave me the look. Like, I've thrown the phone. Have you thrown your phone? Have you thrown your phone before in frustration?
oof.
Oof. Oh. Oof. Right? You know? And when I lost my temper, this is what really happened. When I really lost my temper, that time when I lost my baby,
You don't sleep.
you know, I'm not that sleep deprived. You act like we've been watching the front line of the Nazis all night. It's not that bad. We did have a bed and a fan. You know, this isn't a Holocaust camp. And that's where I go in my head. Maybe that's where my motivation comes from. Because in my head, I'm like, this ain't Wounded Knee. You don't even know Wounded Knee, but they marched people for hundreds of miles with their children all the way across Texas and Oklahoma, and thousands of people died from starvation and marched. We called, yeah, man. They marched people to death. They ship people to the Holocaust. It's like people that go through real problems. You know, there's real problems, and then there's just your little side headache. And I can say little side headache because it's not the Holocaust and it's not that big, but that's my reframing. That's how I reframe things. I'm like, I could tough this out. I can make it. I can do anything for a month, you know, in my head. That's how I do it. So when the people get down and they take a knee, I'm like Ray Lewis. He dislocated his shoulder, but he kept playing. You know, I'm like Kobe Bryant. You can bust out your Achilles, but you make your 2-pointers. You get the job done. And that's who I am. And then I'm just like driven, and then I drive everyone crazy because I look like Stalin and I want everybody to be perfect, and then they kill 50 million people. It's perfect society. It's the Soviet Union. It's communism. And they killed 50 million of their own people with the idea of that it's going to be okay. So is it going to be okay, or is it the idea of being okay? You know what I mean? No, I just want it to be really okay. I don't want to just have the idea of being okay. I want it to be okay. Now I want to be okay, and I don't want to be yelling in the morning. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. I shouldn't have got frustrated. I apologize. I'm still apologizing. I feel horrible about it. I kind of caught up with my behavior, and I was just like, I stacked my frustrations because it wasn't just the money. It wasn't just the headache. It was that other guy and this other situations, and then now I'm just a fucking madman that could break the whole door off. I don't know, bro, but what I do know is this. The moment I lose my patience and I get frustrated is the moment I lose. It's simple. And the paradox is we're responsible for it. We could use excuses to let out our anger, to let out our frustrations and say, I just felt that way. But no worries, we're also responsible for picking up those pieces. And so every time I've been a bull in a china shop, bro, no one trusts me anymore. Yeah, after you lose frustration, people are like, you're a wild one. After every time I've beaten somebody up, you saw me almost beat someone up. You think people look at me the same? No, no, no. And then you show parts of yourself. It's the limbic system. It's the lizard system. It comes right over your head, and next thing you know, you hear girls like Nina screaming, "Fuck you!" How many times have we heard Nina screaming at the bar, crying after? She's a mess, a mental mess. I don't want to be a mental mess. I wanted to talk about mental clarity this morning, and then I went back in to make love, and then I've been frustrated. I'm actually sexually frustrated. I think that's how I'm going to determine this, because I love making love to this woman. She's beautiful, and we make love every morning, and it's beautiful, and that's our routine. And this morning, it wasn't part of the routine. Well, she's even frustrated too. Are you sexually frustrated, babe?
It's really
Would you prefer to get laid? Would you prefer to get laid or get laid paid in the shade?
No, I'm just happy when I wake up. That means I sleep before.
Ah.
So, I don't know.
What's sleep?
No pain. No pain, just no pain, I just open my eyes and, okay. And no pain for 3-4 hours. I'm happy. But, no, 3 nights like this, I'm happy. I get mad. I go outside and I pray. I say, God help me. I don't know what to do.
And I'm up there praying with her. I'm like, God, please make this woman go to sleep. I'm doing an opposite prayer. I'm like, can we just go to bed? Did you hear my prayer? Oh, you didn't hear it. Okay. So while you're out here praying to Jesus, I was praying to Buddha. And I think I even called up Hare Krishna. I said, hey, can you make this bitch go to sleep so we can all both go to sleep? Oh.
I want to be with you and sleep.
I know. She couldn't even sleep with me. She had to sleep her feet in my face.
Yes, because
my face.
Fucking fan is in my face.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I woke up. With her shit all over the place. And who the fuck? I lost my shit, bro. I'm glad you're laughing. Vegas Vice, baby. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Choke bitch. I was like, can I choke you out and then you go to sleep and then you wake up and then you be all right? You know what I mean? Then I prefer the snoring. That's saying a lot. A lot. I prefer the snoring. I'd much rather her face be right in my face than her foot. You know what I mean? I do. That's why I was so frustrated. You should see me. I was naked after sex talking to her, dude. I was like squatted down. I'm like, look, dude, this is what's going on in my head. Frustrated. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry I made the situation worse. You didn't need to wake up like that. I preferred waking you up with your teddy bear and kissing you. Did you like that one better? And then I wasn't prepared to have sex. I was ready to do the morning motivation. It was almost 12:12 when I was ready to start the show. I was already awake before you for a good hour. And then, I don't know, I'm human. And I require a little more sleep, I think. I think I threw a baby fit. I threw a Kanye fit, bro. And you saw me catch myself. I caught myself. I said, okay, let's de-escalate. She wanted to leave crying, and I'm like, this is not how you want to start your day. And she's already a Cancer, so that makes her super emotional. Welcome to that. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm supposed to be her stability, and I wasn't this morning. I wasn't her stability. Normally, I'm like super easy, in the morning.
But you were.
I was, and then something triggered me. We were about to make love. It was my sexual frustration. It was my sexual frustration. It was what happened is like too many distractions. I get sick of the ADHD. I don't do side quests very well. I'm like, go to the point. I got a hard on, let's go have sex. Then it was like, get the blanket out of the way, get the pillow out of the way. Then my dick got soft. And I was like, dude, I want to have sex. I was frustrated. I was sexually frustrated. That's what happened, bro. I told you. I don't like that shit. I like my touchdowns. I like my perfection. I like my completions. I missed the Super Bowl last night, dude. Seattle Seahawks won. Seattle Seahawks won 28-13. At least that's what the guy at the business told me. Yeah.
can watch the opening.
Huh?
You can watch the opening.
Can watch the opening.
Opening.
Oh, I guess we could rewatch it. I'm sure there's replays and stuff. I'm just telling you, I didn't know who won. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning if we stayed up, and we were already up, and we needed sleep. we should have stayed up. We probably should have stayed up. Yeah, me too. I'm a little frustrated. I'm sorry. When I'm well rested, I'm way more of a patient person.
You're right. You have the right to speak. That's okay.
That's why I was so frustrated this morning. I was like, I don't have the systems all the time. Like when I'm well rested and I'm not tired, I thought I woke up, but I woke up at 11, and if I go to bed at 3, 4, then
At midnight we were in bed.
we were in bed, but shit wasn't done yet.
Uh-huh.
And then it stacks. Have you ever heard of stacking? Ricardo still hasn't paid. This is why I swipe people while I'm on the phone with them. I should text them. No payment received yet. I'm gonna text my customer. I didn't get a payment. It was driving me fucking mad. And then I say I'm driving myself mad. And then now she's over here trying to clean.
Yeah, you shower.
Take a shower. Please. I took a shower. I feel better. I had to take a shower. You have to self-regulate. It's one of the hardest things to do when you're bees around your face and they tell you to relax, let the bear eat you. You're like, I'm fucking panicking. It just took a lot for me to get there, and it's happened before where the girlfriend started crying and I couldn't process her. Medsley, if you're listening, I didn't understand why you were crying, and I get really amplified, especially when I'm passionate about like feeding the homeless and stuff. But I wasn't cursing at you. I don't know what happened in that situation, but if I would have trusted you, sat down with you, de-escalated, and tried to understand you, I probably have a child right now. And if I had more patience with Michelle and not be such a dick, it's like she lost the baby, and I'm like, well, you weren't really wanting to get pregnant. And then it's just like, that's not the right thing to say. And I was trying to rationalize things, but I just wasn't very empathetic. So she's going through the worst things, tears in her eyes, and I'm not crying, and that's fucked up. I can't seem to get out of my own emotions, or in those moments. Not can't. Most of the time I do, mostly saints, and then sometimes I'm not. I feel like the chick that like, have you eaten today? No, I haven't eaten all fucking day. And she's losing her fucking mind. She's in the front seat, passenger seat. You probably seen the video. Fully red in the face. Way out of pocket. Totally overreacting. But who hasn't been there? Who hasn't been there? I sit there on both sides of the argument. Her completely haven't had any calories. You become calorie deficient, you will lose. You will lose every time. And here's how they captured them. This is how I know. The Laos prisoners, when they had POWs from America and they were breaking them, you know how they broke the American soldiers? It wasn't a fence. This prison had no fence. You could go run in the jungle. You probably get, please don't.
Take a shower and do this at the same time.
She's not.
Just a shower.
She's doing the cleaning. But, it's one of these things where they kept POWs with low calories. They dehydrated them, they starved them, and then they pumped them full of propaganda, about America's racism. And, we have our own dark history in America, civil rights and all sorts of shit, Ku Klux Klan and hanging people, right? It's real. They pumped us full of that. The POWs came back and they were all reverted. No calories to fight it. A healthy dose of propaganda and fear in them. Bro, it would have broke anybody. I don't care who you are. Without calories, you're not who you're supposed to be. And without solid sleep, you're not going to be the right type of human being. And today, it just, I don't know, triggered me. I got triggered. I don't know. I do know. I got sexually frustrated. And that made me beyond frustrated. Then everything else became a trigger effect. Then it was like things that never bothered me. I like her stuff being next to mine. I love her living here. I want her to be in her home. She knows it's her home. She has access to my everything, my weed, my life, my money. I give it all to her. And I love her being there. I love giving her her little teddy bear in the morning and kissing her. And it was all good. And then my dick went soft. I got distracted. I went on side quest. I got ADHD. And then I couldn't get laid. Oh, bro, I got beyond frustrated. I was like, no, someone took my favorite toy away. You saw me, huh? I like a 5-year-old. Oh, my toy! I started throwing things and shit. I wanted all the clutter to go away. And it just, by the time I got back to it, my dick was soft and I couldn't get laid. I was like, no, it's not my body.
That's a deep problem, so.
I'm just frustrated. Do you ever get sexually frustrated? You never got a hard on and you couldn't get blue balls? Yeah, but blue balls exist. You've been sexually frustrated, I'm sure.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, I'm a woman.
Women are sexually frustrated too. She always wants to give the women's side. Get your own show. Get your own show. You know what I mean? You're welcome. I helped you out. I pulled that pussy off the shelf and gave it some action. What about last night's sex? It's perfect. And then there's me and my perfection. And if it's not perfect, guess who goes insane? This guy. This guy. Who's got 2 thumbs and a smile and likes blowjobs? This guy. Never heard that joke before? What has 2 thumbs and smiles and likes blowjobs? This guy.
The morning motivation work.
Nah, dude, I had to catch myself. I have to call myself out on shit, bro, you know? And that's the thing that I was regretting that other day. Thank you, Mr. Muffler. The other day when I told you I kicked my friend out with his kid, I got frustrated with them because they didn't pick up after themselves. They're in my mom's house. They're on the floor. All their shit was in the living room. And then they weren't very grateful for the breakfast my mom cooked for them. I'm like, bro, you gotta go. He had his kid with him. It wasn't planned. You know what I mean? He just showed up in Vegas with no plan. Right. And I'm trying to I say, hey, when the food comes out, I don't want the thanks, Miss Saint. I want the, oh my God, this is the best meal ever. You know what I mean? It's my mom, bro. She's putting you up. In the middle, you know what I mean? And then no respect. They didn't pick up after themselves, you know. I kicked them out, and I'm fucking going to hell for it.
The woman think differently. You just say, I eat today. Yeah?
I eat today?
No, the mom who cooked, she said, you eat today.
She eat today. She don't care. Yeah. She didn't care. She told me, go get them, bring them back up. And I did, and they kind of didn't want to eat anymore. And then they left on a bus and went. And he blocked me on Facebook. So it's this. Regret. Lost temper. Ran out of patience. And I did something bad.
I have no patience.
Yeah, I know you have no patience. Like this one, 0. She doesn't even know how to spell patience. She doesn't even know how to spell sorry. But her mom never told her she was sorry, just like my mom. You have to learn these things. You gotta outlearn yourself. You gotta learn your frustrations. You gotta learn your triggers. So that way you can have healthy relationships. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort that I don't want to give and she doesn't want to give. We'd rather be lazy and it'd be easy. It's easy when it's easy. It's supposed to be. Well, no, life's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to give you challenges.
Yes. This year is special for me.
Now we know.
Maybe I saw it. Maybe.
A what?
Of course.
I somatic? What's it?
Somatic.
Somatic, psychosomatic. I told her, yeah, you trigger this stuff and it gives you an actual pain.
I don't know, maybe I'm scared.
Well,
I have no support, you know. I'm starting with the pain because my body don't support me, And I'm asking myself, and I'm wrong because you don't support me. I said to you,
Yeah.
and maybe I feel not lost, but I have to trust myself and be clear.
Mental clarity. That was gonna be this morning's
But
motivation.
for now, my pain
I'll do.
you know. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm just asking why it's still there. I know she's not wrong because I was so happy before.
No, we were perfect.
Perfect.
And then next thing you know, I'm getting an email said you just lost your $1,000 dispute. You just lost $1,000, and I was beside myself. I couldn't be. You saw me.
It's not easy to be happy all the time.
Even on Paradise, bro.
And people was happy for you.
That part too.
But too, and when people you love is difficult. Sometimes we want to take your stuff and go wrong just because you feel guilty. So, troubles. It's trouble there too.
Frustration.
No, I think I'm an adult.
Oh.
Oh.
Grow up.
And I don't like it.
Oh. I told you.
Sorry.
This is what adults do.
Oh.
We swallow it and then we smile and spit it back out with shine. Morning motivation time. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of your fear, other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where we will be. Peace. Sorry.
Because I know, yes.
No. Whoa, 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 whoa.